The cars are heading out now, ready for the first of two races for the Dunlop MK2 Golf GTI Championships. Starting from pole position, it's Jason Tingle.
But the man who shares the front row with him, James Bark, is a little bit of a local expert here at Cadwell Park, as the Dunlop MK2 Golf GTIs, though, made their way off from the line at the start of race one. It was Tingle who took the immediate advantage from Bark, but Bark looked to challenge through Coppice. As they turned through the first corner, it was Bark who was able to get his nose in front. Further behind, it was a very disappointing race one for Dan Gibbs, over almost as soon as it started. Well, as ever, Jamie Martin was in the mix in race one. He looked to pick his way up through the field, first moving ahead of Stuart Lyons. Into Paul Ben's a brave move. Behind there was a super scrap for 8-valve honours, which was headed by Alex Nuttall, who was enjoying the twists and turns at Cadwell Park to really mix with some of the 16-valve cars. So the race soon turned into a three-way tussle. James Bark, Jason Tingle and Jamie Martin. Well, that move gave Martin second place in the inside of Tingle at Mansfield, as Nuttall was busy fending off Chris Bagley and Simon Tomlinson. Bagley in a 16-valve car, Tomlinson though fighting for 8-valve honours with Nuttall. So at the line it was James Bark who took the win, Jamie Martin second place, Jason Tingle completing the podium with an excellent 7th place and 8-valve honours going the way of Alex Nuttall. He headed the 8-valve podium from Simon Tomlinson and Tim Cox. So look then at the top 10 after a lively first race. An excellent victory for local man James Bark, clear of Jamie Martin. Jason Tingle, another driver who knows this place well, will be disappointed to have slipped to third.
It's my local circuit, same with Jason, we're not far away, and of course Darren and Jed, who do all the work from Louth Volkswagen on the car, they're only from Louth, so we're not far away. And yeah, it's nice to have done it here as well at Cadwell. I mean, it'd have been nice to have won a few at Silverstone and Rockingham as well, but if you're going to start somewhere else, it'd be here, wouldn't it?
So guys, we're still friends after some very close battling there in the 8 valves. How was that for you?
Oh, it was a really good race. I led it sort of from the start, but then Alex were curling all over the back of me. I think he nipped past me, a great move into the mountain, but then he fumbled it at the other end, and I managed to fumble it on last lap, and he took advantage of it. So it were a great race, really.
Yeah, it's always good to have a good close battle in the races, and this circuit's not an easy one to get by at, surely.
No, I haven't been here. I'd never been around the track to qualifying, so to put it on second I was really happy with. I made a mess at the start, then I managed to catch back to Simon, got him, made a mess of that, and then luckily I was there to capitalise when he made a mistake.
Well, the drivers are ready and the cars are heading out for the final race of the day for the Dunlop MK2 Golf GTI Championship. Up in the commentary box to talk you through all the action, it's Ben Evans.
Thanks, Charlie. This should be thoroughly entertaining. The circuit perfectly suited to the characteristics of the MK2 Golf GTIs. It is James Bark, winner of race one, who lines up in pole alongside Jamie Martin. Jason Tingle will have been disappointed with third, so he'll look to charge from third. The 8-valve cars will be very much in the mix, as will Dan Gibbs from the back of the pack after his disappointment earlier on. So the Dunlop MK2 Golf GTI cars coming to their positions. The marshals all in place. Away we go then. It's a good start from Bark. What about Jamie Martin, who's slightly slower away, and that gives Jason Tingle maybe an opening. Also a brilliantly fast start from Tom Witts and Josh Johnson, but both of them boxed in behind Tingle and Martin, so as they fight through Coppice for the first time. It's James Bark who leads the way, and then it's Jamie Martin and Jason Tingle right in behind. It's Tom Witts in fourth place, just ahead of Josh Johnson, Stuart Lyons and Alex Nuttall as they surge along the park straight for the first time, up over the crest and on the brakes into park. And James Bark knows that Jamie Martin's coming, that's why he covers the inside line. Pack all squeezed through. Thus far we have had a clean first lap as Tim Cox, the bright red car, does battle with Matthew Petts and others as they all swoop through Chris Curve and down through the gooseneck. Leading quintet of cars completed by Josh Johnson, headed by James Bark. Then a few puffs of tyre smoke as they snatch the brakes into Mansfield and then sprint along towards the mountain. You can see this is such a busy lap for the drivers. They're always turning, setting up for the next corner, then through the mountain. Such a steep exit for the mountain. As the cars just about get a little bit of air time, crest of the mountain before they accelerate on towards Paul Ben's. Typically you can't overtake there, but we saw in race 1 Jamie Martin doing just that. Jason Tingle thinking about repaying the favour in race 2 as they arrive into the hairpin. And Tingle squeezes the inside of Martin at the hairpin, snatches second place, and Tom Witts immediately looks to capitalise. He leaps up to third as well through on, and it gives Stuart Lyons in 6th place the opportunity to join this train of cars. It also gives James Bark the opportunity to possibly make a decent break here over the rest of the field. Field, surging through Coppice in the 8 valve class. It's Alex Nuttall who is making the running in the early stages as well. Out of Charlie's long park straight, which is barely a straight at all really. A sinuous ribbon of tarmac threading its way through the Lincolnshire countryside, as that's a big moment for Tom Witts, snatching the car sideways at park. He has no option but to take to the grass at Chris Kirk. It means Jamie Martin gains the place, Josh Johnson and Stuart Lyons as well should rejoin at the gooseneck as Tingle goes all sideways, slows, slewing, and he comes back on the track, tries to defend from Jamie Martin, who puts 2 wheels on the grass, gains the position. Josh Johnson also around Tingle and up into 3rd place. And the errors already beginning to creep in. It shows the level of concentration required. It shows the level of competition as well in this Dunlop Mark II Golf GTI Championship. All these drivers at the very top of their game, including that man Alex Nuttall, who leads the 8 valve class in these early stages as he looks to do the double here at Cadwell Park. It looks absolutely fantastic fun for these drivers as they jostle in these early stages, as Jason Tingle immediately looking to retaliate and find a way back ahead of Josh Johnson. Tingle eventually kicking himself after that error at the gooseneck, just overstepping the mark, pushing a bit too hard. Tim Cox likewise in the action. He's got Rusty Radler just in behind him, 2 of them amongst the 8 valve runners, which represents a very affordable way to get into this overall somewhat affordable championship. This is good value motorsport. The drivers also putting on good value for the spectators, because we are enjoying some fantastic scraps throughout the field. Jamie Martin sets off in pursuit of James Bark. Jason Tingle ahead of Josh Johnson, trying to break clear. Stuart Lyons next in that queue. Let's not discount as well the recovering Tom Witts. Otherwise, Matthew Petts having a good tussle. He is in contact with Adam Harns. Harns in the 22 car looking to the inside of number 17. Petts as James Bark leads, but it would appear as if Jamie Martin, maybe with the support here of Jason Tingle, is getting closer. In fact, no, that was ominous white smoke there from James Bark's car. And James Bark won't do the double at Cadwell Park. He pulls off to the edge of the circuit. Charlie's, it looks as if he'd lost a lot of ground suddenly. Can't tries enough. It's Tim Cox and Wesley Laidler continue their scrap. James Bark looking for a suitable place to in the car to hold. So unusual as well to see these cars having mechanical issues. What about this in the battle in the 8 valve class? Because Simon Tomlinson, car 40, has got right onto terms with Alex Nuttall. Very little to choose between the pair of them. Likewise, now the battle for the lead of the race, almost nothing between Jamie Martin and Jason Tingle. The pair of them riding through the curbs at all bends, and then out of the hairpin into Barn. Martin, though, he's got a couple of car lengths. The car judders on its suspension, and that might be just enough as he accelerates down towards the start and finish line, and more importantly the checkered flag and victory in the Dunlop Mark II Golf GTI Championship. About though 8 valve victory, because my goodness me, Simon Tomlinson is trying very, very hard to depose Alex Nuttall. Alex, though, for the moment having absolutely none of it, using all of those out 8 valves to very good effect is Nuttall, and he needs to. The checkered flag only a few metres away though. He is going to come through and take the double in the 8 valve class. Cadwell Park chased all the way though by Simon Tomlinson, with Adrian Ward completing the 8 valve podium. So look then at the results. Victory for Jamie Martin, Jason Tingle in 2nd, Tom Witts recovering to 3rd ahead of Stuart Lyons, Alex Nuttall excellent 5th and 8 valve honours. Tim Cox did hold off Rusty Laidler for 11th and 12th place, and Chris Bagley in 14th. James Bark disappointed to retire.
Jamie, you kind of inherited the win there, but we'll take it.
Well, I started 2nd, I went down to 5th, because I was caught napping at the hairpin, and Jason planted his car right on the inside of me, and I knew that it was definitely a coming together. And then I was just sitting there thinking, I hope Barkey's gearbox goes, and it went. So first place was inherited. So it was a lucky race. It was great fun, really eventful, really good fun. And I mean, we're all grinning, even though it didn't work out to plan for everyone.
It was so close, it even confused the timing screens for a little while.
Yeah, Simon did a fantastic job to come all the way back and catch me out. I was just really lucky there wasn't another lap.
And sum up the weekend as a whole for you. You happy with it?
Yeah, I've never been on the track till this morning qualifying, so I mean we've had a massive help from Jabba Sport. Luke's been absolutely fantastic, giving me tips on the track, set the car up beautifully. Really, a lot of thanks go to those guys.
So let's have a look then at the top 6 in each class. 16 valves, Jason Tingle, who leads the way just a point clear of Jamie Martin. James Bark very much in the title hunt as well. Amongst the 8 valve runners, Alex Nuttall and Simon Tomlinson, similarly slender margin in favour of Nuttall, just 1 point, with Tim Cox in 3rd.
Well, that's it for the racing from the Dunlop VAG Trophy here at Cadwell Park. It's been another action-packed day out on circuit. Make sure you join us next time when we'll be off to Snetterton.